Okay, we're over here on Canal Road on a chilly spring day with the northern wind blowing, but it's early spring. What does anybody expect? By the way, we're actually technically we're in Catasauqua right now. So, but I was just doing some thinking on my way over here about how you hear so much talk about money in politics and big business in politics, and and how the big money controls the politics because the politicians, if they accept campaign contributions from big corporations, then hey, wow, well, we donated so much money to help you out. We need help. We need help with getting this bill passed, or we need help. We need your help now. Okay, whether or not the politician does it for those reasons, that's up to them. But here's the other side to that story. All right, and I really took notice of this with the Sanders campaign. But it's like this with all politicians and people who want to run for office. All right, technically, going along this line of thought and this line of logic, technically, every single person who makes a donation of even $1 or volunteers any of their time without getting paid to help someone get elected, technically you could do the same thing. You could say, let's just say you helped out. Last year was the local, this year it's the state representatives. All right. Let's just say you volunteered to phone bank or canvas going out door to door, telling people about the candidate, phone banking, making calls from a list you're given. Okay. And you volunteer, let's just say from the start of it, you volunteer a few hours a week for 4 weeks. All right. Hey, I believe in this person. I want to help them get elected. Well, technically, if they get elected, you are one of those people that, like everybody, like your group's complaining about the big corporations. You can call up that politician from your local level all the way up to the president and say, hey, guess what? I volunteered my time when I could have been spending with my family. I could have been doing something else. I volunteered my time, and technically I helped you get elected. So, you know what? Some of the big issues right now, states are violating the Supreme Court. Some states are trying to violate the Supreme Court decision on abortion. Jobs, education, etc. Hey, look, this is what's important to me. I helped you out. Now I need I did a favor for you. Now I need a favor. So, and I'm being serious about this. Think about the lines of logic here. Where, all right, granted, you may not have donated tens of thousands to a few $1,000,000 to a campaign. All right, but everyone's time is more valuable than money. All right. So technically, okay, big corporation, huge corporation donates, say, whatever the limit is, $250,000 to a campaign, or whatever, okay? Well, okay, well, I did a favor for you, you did a favor, time for you to do a favor for me. Hey, look, I donated 20 hours of my time to you to help you get into that office, and to help you get that paycheck and those benefits. Now I need a favor. Seriously. And again, whether or not the politician responds to it is the same on any level. That's their choice. Okay, and also depending on the federal, state, and local laws involved. All right. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but here's another way to look at elections and politicians and candidates. All right. Please go back into the archives, music interviews. You'll see it's a huge section. And right now there's a drop down with music that is in the process of being taken care of. But anyway, before you decide, because the primaries are right now and then the general elections are coming up, state Congress, presidential, but back in the archives, there's a few interesting articles I did about volunteering for political candidates, etc. So go back into the, even though some apply to local elections, the basic concept applies to all elections. But like I said, this is another way to look at it, at politics, candidates, politicians, and our government in general. It's not only that, but a lot of people don't realize this. It's not only big business and big money that have control of the politicians. It's the voters. It's the people that, volunteer for the time. It's people that even make a $1 donation to help them get that job, get that paycheck, and get those benefits. And realistically, that's all it is. That's all our government is. And that's all elections are, and that's all candidates are. Hey, I'm looking for a job, looking for a paycheck, looking for benefits. That's all they're asking you for. And registered voters in the country, guess what? Guess what? You're the ones that are asking. So, over here on Race Street and Canal Road, Water Street, in Allentown, it's also known as Dauphin Street. There's things that can be a bitch to get across. But anyway, I just wanted to give you a different way of looking at things with the elections. Because a lot of people are just like, okay, whatever, don't vote, or don't vote, or just vote straight their party. Or like here in Pennsylvania during the primaries, this state and I know two of the state legislators that I'm eligible to vote for in the main elections are doing nothing about it. The state discriminates against independent voters in the primary elections where we can't vote in primaries. So, but yeah, it's another reason to get out and vote. And like I said, and also remember one last thing about volunteering for a candidate. From the local level, which it's very difficult to raise money, up to the presidential level. Look at where a majority of their money goes to. I know in the presidential election, all these tens of millions of dollars, the majority of it go to advertising. Okay? They have how many people, they're constantly asking for you, oh, I need your help, I need you to volunteer. How about kicking me a couple bucks to do it instead of doing it for free? I mean, if you have the time, if you really believe in the candidate, great, but otherwise, you know what? It's time to start in today's social media virtual world. It's time they stop giving the money to the big corporations, to the big corporate media during their campaign, and it's time they started paying more people who help them out and help them get elected. Because I can guarantee you, once you at the state level on up, I can guarantee you that what you may think is right, what you may think is better for your community and your life, chances are you'll be lucky if you even see them or talk to them. And chances are they really won't care. Welcome to politics in the United States. So, Michael Phoenix, hope you enjoyed the article. I try not to be a little too long-winded, but this one I really want to stress my point and get the point across. So, just start looking at our government and politics from different angles. Once you start doing that, come around the next major elections, I'm just curious because if the politicians will have as many volunteers as much money coming in. Just remember, they work for you. If you cannot get a hold of them, okay, perfect. This is for another article, but quick one. If you cannot, at least one or two times, with the exception of president, all right, but your congressperson, your state representatives, if you cannot at least speak with them at least like one or two times a year, they don't deserve to be in that office. They don't deserve that paycheck. They don't deserve those benefits. Get them out. It's our government, people. It's time we started becoming educated It's time we started paying attention to what the politicians are doing. It's time we got out there and we voted based on the information that we can find out. And never be afraid to challenge the politicians. It's our job. It's our government. It's our country. They're citizens just like us. Michael Phoenix, Race Street in Castleton, coming up on D&D Market. Take care, everybody. When you stay safe, stay smart, and be careful with the weather. It's spring, so nature's really having fun with us. Thanks for the support, especially to all the sponsors. Please support the people and businesses who sponsor the magazine. Without them, it would have been done. And without you, there would be no point to it. I'll see you around later.